What's up, everyone? Eli here. I'm doing one final collection update before the end of the year, as it's almost the middle of. Actually, it's beyond the middle of December already. So, anyways, my final stack of things I'll be buying most likely. I don't see myself picking up any new releases at least before the end of the year, and some of these are new releases, 2019. So they'll probably, well, yeah. I've already discussed the way I'm going to do my end of year list. So. Everything I bought this year, all 2019 releases I bought this year are going to be on the list. So I think it's kind of cool the way that I'm doing that. I might not do it every year, but at least for this year. What we're listening to in the background is one of my favorite death metal albums, actually. Got Acheron with Anti-God, Antichrist. This came out on Nightbirds Records, limited to 300 copies. This is actually not my personal copy. This is I'm sending this off to a buddy. Nightbirds did an okay job on this. They don't always do the best layout work, but they did pretty good on this one. Like this copy right here is $279 out of 300. To be honest, I think I have the remaining. This is like from 2012 too. I think I have the remaining copies. I know I have at least some copies, but I honestly think I have the remaining 21 copies. But anyways, if you want one, like I said, I still have them in stock. Pretty cheap, I think probably $5 or something in my distro. So, and I have a couple other Acheron releases as well. I think I have 3 or 4. I haven't, actually, to be honest, I haven't uploaded them yet. But I have them. They're going to be in my store. But if you need one, just let me know. I can get it to you before I upload it. Anyways, I've rambled enough. Let's get on with the goods. A lot of these, most of these are 2019 releases, actually. So we'll just start with those. Beginning with the tape that I just got in the mail today. So I'm finally stoked to hear the whole thing. I've only heard I think 2 songs. There's only 3 songs on it on the demo, but I haven't heard it in its entirety yet. So yes, we have the debut demo from Cemeterian out of Texas, Tomb of Morbid Stench. I've been waiting for this one for a while. It comes on a pro tape. I can't remember the label that put this out because I don't see it listed anywhere here. Whoops. It's their first release though, so shit. I wish I could advertise for them, or help spread the word, but it doesn't. I don't see it anywhere. All I remember was. I ordered this from one of the band members, but I remember hearing that it was a brand new record label, and it Vision 001. So this is their first release. Anyways, I guess you'll have to look that up. But yeah, man, Texas death metal. Matt Hefner on drums. Matt Hefner, he's done a lot of stuff. He's in Blaspherian, another great Texas death metal band. He's in other bands too. He's an all-star drummer basically. We got my buddy Francisco Polito, also of Thy Feeble Savior, which you guys might be aware of. He also put out a demo from his solo project this year called Virgin Bleeds, which was awesome. He's in a punk hardcore band called HRA. He's done a bunch of cool shit. He's done metal and punk stuff going way back to the 90s. So he's an awesome dude. So yeah. And also Daniel Shaw on vocals, who you might know from his artwork. He did. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he did the logo and the cover for this. So yeah, he's a really good artist. He's done a bunch of shit. So look him up too. Look everyone up. Alright, what do I got here? 2019 releases, we have... Of course I had to get this one. I mean, I have all their other stuff. I bought it upon release, and it's just one of those releases that everyone's talking about, which makes me sound like a douchebag for buying it. But I didn't really buy it for that reason. Although, I mean, we all succumb to hype at one time or another. But as I've said before, I think this band lives up to the hype. So, Blood Incantation with Hidden... What's it called? Hidden History of the Human Race. Cool artwork courtesy of some sci-fi guy from the 70s. And yeah, I have Bruce Pennington, by the way. I gave this one listen the other day, and I thought it was good. I don't know if I liked it as much as Starspawn, but I still need to give it more listens before the end of the year so I can kind of figure out where it is on my list. You know, because such things are very important, of course. Next, we have another one of my favorites of this year, easily. That, you know, if I were doing a top 10, this would probably make it. Strigoi with Abandon All Faith. Came out of Nuclear Blast. Gregor McIntosh of Paradise Lost on this one. Chris Casket on bass. This is, I don't know how to word this. I mean, some people say this is a continuation of Valenfire. I thought Valenfire were just kind of okay, nothing too exciting. I liked it. I have all three of their albums. I honestly think this is better than all three of those Valenfire albums. So I guess you could say it sounds somewhat similar to Valenfire. Take the Valenfire elements and add in a little bit of black metal, and that's kind of what you have with Strigoi. Really good, man. Raw, mean, menacing stuff. Yeah, definitely recommended. Next, we have a band that I've never bought anything from, so this was kind of I had heard them before, but this was still kind of a blind buy. We have the new Wormed EP with Meta Portal. Wormed, brutal, technical death metal out of Spain. This came out on Season of Mist, like every other band nowadays. Digipack. Gave it one listen just the other night, and yeah, it's good. I mean, sci-fi-ish, brutal, technical death metal. Very, very, very gurgly vocals. You know, super fast and precise musicianship. But I liked it. I liked it as much, or probably maybe even a little more than I do bands like that. I certainly don't listen to bands like that all the time, so it's nice to have some stuff like that to mix it up a little bit, I guess you could say. I also got the new album from Angel Witch, Angel of Light. Another digipack off from Metal Blade. They did a pretty good job on the layout and everything. As much as I'm not a fan of digipacks, they did the layout's cool. I like the CD. Looks super old school with the old Metal Blade logo and everything. And I don't know what's under the CD. Nothing. It's fucking yellow. Once again, just like a lot of the 2019 releases, I'm only giving this one listen. I did like it. That's all I can really say so far. I mean, I can't, you know, based off one listen, I can't really say like which tracks stood out, or I can't give like an intelligent rundown on the album as a whole. But I liked what I heard. I can say that much. This next one I was totally not planning on buying, but it was like at this store nearby, super fucking cheap. It was used and very cheap. So I figured, well, I'll grab it. I am a fan of this band going way back, though I'm not really a fan of anything they've done in the last 10 years or so. Got the new Opeth album, Incata Venenum. Layout and artwork is awesome, by the way. I really like it. And on the inside, too, it's pretty fucking cool. It's a kind of iconic Opeth logo. Some headstones from over in Sweden. Anyways, here, I'll take the CDs out, too, because this part's really cool as well. Under the CDs, you have that with the tongue going over there, and yeah. Anyways, double disc, so it's got the English version and the Swedish version. I thought that was kind of weird that they did that, because, I mean, they're a Swedish band, obviously, they've never done that before. Literally never. So I don't really see the point. I don't even know if I'm going to listen to the Swedish version. I mean, like I said, I've heard every Opeth album, the lyrics are always in English. I don't know. If I get bored enough, maybe I'll give the Swedish version a jam. I don't know. I listened to it once last night, and I mean, it just sounds like a prog rock record. And while I do like 70s prog, I don't know. Maybe I'm just one of those stubborn fucking people who likes old Opeth, and they just aren't really embracing the change. You know, I respect them for making the change, because they are doing that. You know, they made the change for themselves. You know, Michael Ackerfeld was tired of playing death metal, didn't want to do it anymore. So instead of cranking out more death metal albums or death metal-ish albums that he really wasn't feeling, doing it just to please the label and please the fans, like a lot of bands probably do. He didn't do that. He went with, he went where his heart was, I guess you could say. And, I'm sure they alienated a lot of fans. I don't know if Opeth are more or less popular now than they were 10 years ago. I'm not really sure. But, it's a risky move to make, But yeah, he did it because that's what he felt. He seems like a cool guy. So anyways, I'm always glad that bands are doing, what they believe in instead of just, like I said, just putting out albums to please people. No one wants to hear that shit. But, all that said, I wasn't really feeling this one. I guess I could have just said that, but I like to make everything seem way longer than it really needs to be. This next one, I bought this one completely out of nostalgia. I picked it up for like $3. And I had forgotten how fucking cheesy the artwork was. I like this band's first 3 albums. This one kind of being where it starts to taper off for me, but still a pretty decent album. Anyways, what we're talking about, I still can't believe I bought this, but it's got some riffs, man. It does have some riffs. In Flames, Horrible. This is their 97 album from Nuclear Blast. With the fucking... I mean, they've always been kind of stupid with artwork, but got this, like, Poison Ivy chick and the little kid. It's so dumb. But it's an alright album. Like I said, this is before they really, really turned into a shit band. There's still very much melodic death metal on here, right? There's none of the shit that would come later on. None of that is on here, so... But even out of their first 3 albums, that's definitely the weaker of the 3. So, I don't know, that band, I think they just got worse with every release. I think they literally started sort of high and just went down the whole time. But anyways, whatever. And last album, last but certainly not least, a band that I've been kind of slowly, collecting their discography. It'll probably take another 20 years for me to get the rest at the rate I'm going. But we got the second album from King Crimson, In the Wake of Poseidon. Not a lot I can say about that would impress anybody, because I'm no expert on the band. I can say it's a great album and it's their second album. We'll leave it at that. You should probably know who King Crimson are. I mean, not like I would expect you to, but, the legendary prog band from the UK. Had some great shit in the 70s and 80s, and that's all I really have to say. So anyways, yeah, go see if you can... pick up any of these Cemeterian tapes. Like I said, I wish I could be more helpful on where to get them. I know they're running low, too. They've been selling pretty well. Just look up Cemeterian on Instagram and send the band an email. They might be able to get you one. Highly recommended. Like I said, this is one of my more anticipated releases for this year, so I'm stoked to finally get it. And if you need any Acheron stuff, I have this one and more. For like, I think $5. Like I said, I haven't actually, I don't think I have anyways. I don't think I've listed these on my distro yet, but I have them. So if you want them now, before I've listed them, just send me an email. You'll find it on my, on my distro website, whatever. So anyways, that's all I got. So thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. Cheers. We'll talk soon.